because the money's always there, sex, money, murder, what is it? Well, I know you got warrants for your arrest.
Hey, this is Ren with Philly Overdosed, and today we are talking to Alex in Kensington. How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah, no. How old are you, bro?
I'm 23 years old. Just turned 23 December 1st.
Wow, you're a baby, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow. So, where are you from? You said Delaware?
I'm from Delaware County, correct, yeah. Originally born from Puerto Rico.
Did you live in Puerto Rico and come over?
Yeah, I came over at age of 6 years old.
Did you move to Kensington, or?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. So tell me a little bit about like how you grew up, your childhood.
Well,
did you have a good?
I went to a good private school in Delaware.
Wow.
Woodbridge High School, class of 2017.
Wow, and you got your high school diploma?
I missed the deadline for a senior project, so I need 8 credits.
And they wouldn't let you graduate?
No, the reason I couldn't end up graduating is because I didn't do the project for the senior year.
Why not?
So I ended up dropping out. I chose going towards like the farm industry and construction, work ethic, more of a work ethic than staying in school. But right now I'm planning to go back into high school.
Sure.
To get my diploma, get my degrees, to be able to get a better payment in the entrepreneurial industry.
Yeah. You said that when you grew up, your mom and dad, did you have any child abuse or anything?
No,
like
not at all. Actually, blessed.
That's crazy, because a lot of people end up,
I'm the oldest of my siblings. I have a sister in Puerto Rico, and got blessed with 2 brothers.
Yeah.
One lives in PA, name's Alexis. The other one lives in Delaware. His name's Alexander.
Wow.
And 2 sisters that live in Delaware, Sheridan and Marisol.
So how did you end up in Kensington? Like, what was your first drug?
Crack cocaine was really what kicked it off, for real, at first. And then, the dope industry really ended up enhancing.
Right.
So I ended up.
So it wasn't like painkillers or anything. You just went straight to crack. Wow.
Yeah.
And what made you do that? Were you with friends?
It was I used to do the powder cocaine.
And how did you even know about it?
Smoking weed. Smoking weed intrigued the other drugs into following.
What about your parents?
My parents, well, they're not happy. They're not too happy about the fact that I chose to, drop out of high school. They want me to go ahead and go back, of course. But,
Are you living at home?
What's that?
Are you living at home?
No, currently not. No.
You're living out here?
Yeah. Right now I'm on the street.
Where do you sleep?
Sometimes I just, I doze off, sit in a certain predicament area, and I just, sometimes I don't sleep really. I don't.
Wow.
I choose to stay up.
Well, yeah, when it gets really cold, like it's been very cold.
Yeah, that's the thing. The winter's been pretty tough. I just came back from vacation from Puerto Rico, good 6 months ago.
Wow. And you were clean then?
Yeah, I just got done doing 30 days at George W. Hill
for
possessing of drugs.
Really?
Yeah. Which was convenient, Because not too long ago, like let's say 2 weeks ago, police officer had saw me with a meth pipe, and I had some crystallized
That's
meth.
called ice, right?
Yeah, ice.
Yeah.
Had some ice in there. And he was like, "Excuse me, sir, but I would like you to throw that away." I acted like I threw it away, put it back in my pocket, and he said, "No, sir, that's not gonna work. I need you to throw that away." I threw it down, and he was like, "All right, you see how we just handled that? Now please just walk off. I don't need to arrest you or anything. Just go ahead and be a good guy, Right. And I was like, all right, I agree. It's just, And over in PA media, that's the charge that I got. Possession of drugs, loaded needle with meth, with crystallized meth in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is that, a misdemeanor?
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, it's something you can get out of, and you're so young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you said you don't really sleep at night, so you do meth to stay awake, and when it's cold, where do you go?
I have friends. I have friends that allow me to crash
And shower?
and shower, eat, up at Upper Darby.
Right.
Yeah, I can pretty much say I do have a house at Upper Darby. I just choose, most of the time to just be up and stay up.
Yeah. Is it because your parents don't approve?
No, my parents live in Delaware. They're split up. They're divorced right now. My dad is blessed with his new boyfriend, and I have a stay-at-home. Not a stay-at-home, because she's a waitress at Applebee's. She works at Applebee's, but she takes care of my little sister.
Oh, wow, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do it in front of them? Is that...
No, I do not. Man, I ended up getting charged child endangerment for bringing an ounce of weed and, let's say, an 8-ball of crack cocaine inside the house.
Oh, wow.
And my sister got,
She got
she got scared.
Oh,
because
right.
I went in the house and showed, like I said, look what I have. And my mother was like, oh, Alex, I don't think this is gonna work out. You need to get some help. I know you got warrants for your arrest. I'm gonna have to call the police.
She called the police on you?
Yeah, the police ended up coming home that night, and then the state troopers took me in that very same day.
What, did they wait for you to go to sleep or something, or
Who?
your parent, when that happened? Were you just sitting there?
No, man, it was just, I ended up wanting to check by on my stepmother. And I showed her what I had at that current period of time.
Why didn't you leave before the police?
I was trying to, but it was just too much activity going down at one time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you ended up going to jail for that. What was that charge? Misdemeanor again?
Yeah, it was just possession of, I think it was like the drug charge,
Right.
crack cocaine, and...
So you have two now?
No, not currently. I took care of all my necessities. Like I just have
The one?
that one possession of drugs.
Well, I mean, you're so young. You could still fix it. So tell me, like, about when you were a little kid. Did you have like a dream? I want to be this when I grow up. You know what I mean? Sorry. That tree sucks.
Was that?
The tree.
Yeah.
Did you have any dreams, like, when I get older?
Yeah, of course. Like I've always, knowing that my mother passed away at 17 from the heroin, like I chose to be like, okay, I want to know what this drug is. What does this drug do to the people? Why did my mother end up choosing to pass away? She went to the hospital and passed away. Was it the drug? Was it the people? Was it the enhancement? Like, what had happened? I was very curious. Wow. I got Narcan 4 times over here in Pennsylvania. Took them to the hospital. At one point, my temperature was 213 degrees.
Your temperature?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like, you should have been dead, bro. That's like boiling.
Yeah.
And you just did it to try it because you were curious about your mom?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, man, when my mom chose to go ahead and give up, and I'm seeing that this drug is the potential to, it can be medication, correct? But, a lot of people choose to shoot it or smoke or snort it. That's the 3 options that you can go ahead and choose to want to do right now. And
do you use a needle?
No. The only times I ever use a needle is for crystal meth.
Oh, wow.
But I have tried, there was this, a female friend of mine. Me and her are not friends anymore. But she can, I didn't have any money at the time, and I was like, I want to get well. She said, well, I have cocaine, I have some crystallized, and I have a bag of dope.
Was that the first time you tried ice?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
They put it all in one shot, and she split it in between 2 needles, one for me and one for her.
And what was that like?
It was
too much?
Like, it's an adrenaline, because knowing that I have family members that are in jail, in prison. I have an uncle that's doing life in jail with my mother's brother. And,
Dude, like I said, you're so young. You still have good teeth. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that.
The lady said, well, wow, because I guess I seemed like maybe I was
This is the wrong way.
a drug corporate, an affiliated person, or a corporate of the drug industry. She was like, well, man, you still have very good veins, so please, I don't want you to have to go ahead and mess them up. I said, I appreciate that. I don't think I will, because needles aren't something that I choose to go ahead and condore to inject myself on a 24/7 basis.
Right. Do you have a plan? I mean, are you thinking, okay, maybe tomorrow? I mean,
Well,
go to detox or?
luckily, you know, I got hemped up, and I had charges, warrants for my arrest. They arrested me, but they took me to a psychiatric hospital. The psychiatric hospital was pretty much rehab. It was rehab. It's
They
called,
detoxed you?
Yeah, they detoxed me. It's called Dover Behavioral Health.
Mm-hmm.
It's a system.
Sure.
And my doctor's name was Dr. Shaw. And I told him I had depressants, that I was just depressed, and that's why I would choose to go ahead and do drugs. He was like, all right, well, I'm gonna prescribe you with some antidepressants. Let me know how it goes.
Because you've been through a lot.
And some trazodone for sleep, because I have trouble sleeping.
Sure.
He said the least people do here is 7 to 14 days. The way you're talking to me is 2 in the clear. You look straight. You look good. You're not talking to me about anything out of the ordinary.
Right.
I did 7 days, and
Was that like a psych ward or?
it's pretty much, it's like rehab. It was rehab.
Did the antidepressants help?
Yes, they sure did.
So how did you end up coming back out? Just depressed or?
No, actually, it's just the attraction of the drug and myself wanting to go ahead and get embellished and get high, you know. It's not so much about money, because the money is always there, you know. Sex, money, murder, there's always someone going to be there.
Right. So you're not ready then, or do you think that you're going to quit?
To quit? Not necessarily, no.
Because
But
you're so young.
to endurance, futuristic immune system of the future, you know, every day everybody's enhancing and evolving.
Right.
It's gonna get stronger, it's gonna get more potent. And I just feel like I gotta be a part of it.
Wow, that's interesting. So you don't really have any plans to go into rehab then, right? It seems like a lot of people are not ready. They keep saying, I'm not ready. It's, you know.
It's the determination of getting high is to know your various surroundings, but to make sure you have your priorities taken care of.
Right. If you thought there was a medication or a drug out there that could make you stop using completely, would you take it? And it wasn't hard, and you were happy.
That's a drug as well, because, you know, I'm gonna be addicted towards that just to lay off something else.
Right.
It's just a lot of people out here choosing to think it's easy to try to be like another person because they can go ahead and have it made for themselves. But it's because they have their priorities taken care of. They have a job, they have an alignment of payment, you know, constantly going to. That's what I in the summertime, I'm gonna be all right.
So in other words, you make money to be able to take care of your drug.
You gotta have a shelter.
Right.
You gotta have clothing. You know.
Right.
Roof over your head.
Right.
When you need it.
Sure.
And you have to stay hydrated with plenty of food and water. You know.
What about a family or kids or?
Yes, of course. That's priorities. You gotta go ahead and make sure the kids eat first.
Right.
You gotta make sure the wife pays the bills so you can turn the light on.
Sure.
All of that type of good stuff.
So someday you hope to be able to have a house and do all of that? Or?
Yeah, I do. I just choose not to go in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's interesting. So many people choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, I really hope the best for you, man. Alex Daniel, right?
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's a good name. Yeah, if you ever want help, my name is Ren. You'll see me down here.
Okay.
And we can talk.
It's awesome, beautiful.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.